Afenyo-Markin onye boni bia adentina se see an Afenyo-Markin sorry I so abodam
mame fa na say ma PENDREAM TV de o se dem yopo
owura no defend no ho owura no defend no ho no owura no defend no ho no owura why is it so worried say asama okuja to black kan say oye nipa bia we wia efutufo ne winibafo asase a ye dia man for 99 years no say enya no kra why is he so worried? He has said so many things. Now there's something I want to say. Afenyo-Markin are the leader of NPP in parliament no maka somewhere in mekabium. The NPP can never add even one seat to their seats. So I'm minority leader. Because from the day Afenyo-Markin the micro piglet minority leader, the party itself in parliament, they have not achieved anything. Now, the level of arrogance, disrespect for the people now, and the party itself, the structures, the way Afenyo-Markin has made everything about himself, and then the party itself, and to me, a direction it's going, because I wish MPP as a political party. Right now, some say, direction is saying what is the direction of the party. They can't tell you. Chairman now or your mum, General Secretary now a Pentium 2, and Afenyo-Markin about them. Now, the most dangerous thing about these people, no, the Omu say, every single day, Omoma Ghana for get to know, say, they made the best decision voting against the NPP. And Afenyo-Markin is actually proving it to Ghanaians. It's one who say, even when polls come out after the elections, the NPP is still dwindling. The NPP is still shrinking. The NPP popularity is going down. They are not making any move to even buy a little bit of sympathy from the voter. And the reason is that the party as NPP, they don't have leadership, whether in parliament or even at the party headquarters. But the funny thing is, they have realized it. But because they are not intelligent enough to understand, say, the voter, the Ghanaian voter, will change it until the 1992 voter. They are failing to admit and understand, say, they are dealing with delicate, complex voters who don't basically vote based on tribe or their affiliation to individuals, but they vote based on actions of politicians. Yes. Majority of Ghanaians in 2024 voted based on the actions of politicians. And when I say the actions of politicians, the people, when they vote for you in the olden days or some years back, they saw politicians as their bosses. Now, because of technology and how social media has been able to change or educate or inform Ghanaians for them to understand how politics work, now the voter in Ghana is demanding and expecting more from a politician. Now, what the voter is expecting from a politician is for the politician to show the voter that they respect their level of intelligence. It is a Ghana ni at Ghana. Na se ultimate trade in a day. First, now top milk, maybe 2 cities. Then the auto milk 7 cities. And now first, now top petrol, this amount of money, a low. Now and the auto this amount. Now be generally nimika chene say, or no na okojom koto moko 10 cities for 3 no. And no cry. You make the Ghanaians start to believe, you say you don't respect their intelligence. And that is what the NPP as a political party right now are lacking, because they don't have intelligent people to understand. They said the party needs to sit and try to understand the voter. You will see Afenyo-Markin backing, screaming, and then he gets some political dogs. Some of them are new MPs who are basically Zenkramine, and they please his ego. But you see, the more he does that, the party becomes less and less attractive to the people. And also recently, some polls were put out there, and John Dramani Mahama's first 3 months or first 1 month is around 84%. You know why? It is because of the actions and how John Mahama is managing his government. Now you can see clearly that this government is showing that the people are their bosses. They are giving them that respect. It is reciprocal. Into this a Ghana for right now, no Edding Omanukra Edu say Omobeka Setia president. You know why? It is because of the way the president and the government are conducting themselves when it comes to relating or trying to let the people understand that Omunjibiye. But the NPP at the other side, you know, even though they know that actions they do mubedruha, their foolishness, their arrogance, the corruption which they think say we don't know, no, they know all these things got them here. So you would expect to say, around this time, this is the time the party will be having a sober reflection on how they can repackage themselves to the Ghanaian to let them understand, say, we actually hurt you people. We disrespected you. We made you people look like slaves. This is a party that we are going to go into opposition for 20 years to reflect. But now you can still see, say, they still feel, say, Jimmy. Into NPP minority, the piglet minority, 88 penno. Every time Ghanaians want to move forward, you know, they think, say, their resistance will make Ghanaians feel, say, they are working for them. The Ghanaian voter does not need resistance. The Ghanaian voter need a politician who will show that voter that they are willing to help them live a better life. The more you resist, try to show some resistance when the Ghanaian wants things done right, you know, then you become the enemy of the intelligent voter. Or who say, Sabai ba na and the menoka say, Oko senior high school, so garden na and Korani DMO papa. Yanti se teacher Dibia say you are shorty. That's how you say you can resist that by putting lies in the system. Obama vote because they saw the past and they are seeing the present. I am not supposed to be doing this for the NPP. I have to do it because party no more Jimmy. I have to do it because Afenyo-Markin is dragging this party down. Every single day they lose about 10 votes every day. You see, we need to get some things right. Now, coming to end the issue, no, and it's got to do with how Afenyo-Markin has destroyed the NPP as a piglet minority in parliament. I am not supposed to be the one going out there to clean myself. Unless he said something that at the end of the day it's true. I need to find a way to let the people know, say, the continuous defending of Afenyo-Markin Ankasa defending home bear 2 days, you know, it should clearly tell you, say, Afenyo-Markin 1 is a liar. Afenyo-Markin 2, the party now or team now odi omonim no Jimmy. Afenyo-Markin 3 wants the people to think, say, so everything is about him. But no, you see, Etina Pra as their air belt. Now look at this. When you get a piglet micro minority leader make such a statement, Abra, nothing so far from him. Actually, say the opposition they are, no, they can change anything. Then it means there's a problem with the minority. Afenyo-Markin say NDC wild dogs create impression that they are powerful than the chairman. Who are the wild dogs? Who are the wild dogs? It could be your colleagues on the panel. It could be your colleagues who are not on the panel. It could be people who basically you, because they are not your party member, you see them as NDC. So technically, they are dogs to you. This is Afenyo-Markin. This is the minority. the dirty Kasongo. I know Oseche Mensah Bonsu is a criminal. You've proven it so many times. But when Jimmy Kurano has the same way. Joe Wise or your crown for where Jimmy Kurano, he will not speak this way. You know why? Because they are looking at the collective good of the party. They are looking at the impression they'll put out there, because politics is all about impression. Impression becomes reality in politics. And internet so be a statistic or say within or politics more. You need to quickly stop it, because impression and no any friend politics, you know. Impression now you create my say Ekufuor the Minyansa and then the president. Impression and then a friend politics. So politics is impression. The moment the impression is wrong, the moment you get the impression wrong, everything that you do will be wrong. Including, as we speak today, 90% of Ghana for Omoto Obama NDC, no, they are happy and confident, and they are willing to vote for NDC again because they are not seeing any intelligent leader in the NPP. NPP for Omamba Bontine are so-called NPP for grassroots Omamba Bontine Metuabano. Nothing is moving them that in the next 4 years they have to go out there and vote for the NPP, because the impression Afenyo-Markin is creating, no, clearly shows say the party, one, they don't have an intelligent person leading them, and two, they are not ready to submit themselves and let the people know say they have offended them. Because if your chairman, who basically is in opposition, or your leader who is in opposition, telling Ghanaians to say they are dogs, because the moment you say this, NDC wild dogs, every single person who voted for John Mahama, you see that person saw a wild dog. You are speaking for the NPP. Afenyo-Markin, when you speak for the NPP. In this all say the NDC wild dogs are. There are some people who voted for the NDC who are not NDC. But the moment they voted for NDC, or because they voted for NDC, you class them or group them in, put them in that basket as NDC for. So even the middle class or the so-called floating voter will see you say, so because people have an issue with your attitude, we are all dogs, then you don't expect those people to go back to the ballot and vote for a party. And it's not every single day. The party as MPP, they lose 10 votes every day. Yansheya 4 years Nembrano, this Kasongo would take NPP to a position they will not have 10 seats in parliament. I'm being real. I am being realistic, and I know they don't want to tell themselves this. They know the truth. They say it. The regional chairmen are telling each other. They don't know what is going on, because this Kasongo has made everything about him. Into anyone, Ana Obia Otuaba in election 2020, Otuaba nama NDC biano in 2024, no, the NPP, say, led by Omoma minority leader Afenyo-Markin, say, you people are dogs. This is where we are, a party in opposition. This is the same person who has failed to take responsibility from taking a party, or taking a party that had 137 seats in parliament. Where Obaye majority leader or MPP number 137 seats. 137. He takes it from 137 to 88. This Kasongo came to lead your party. 137 MPs. Owie no na aka 88. You are still rallying around the Kasongo. You are making a big mistake. But I want to talk about something. Afenyo-Markin has adopted a strategy here. And the strategy is that he wants to lie about everything. He wants to destroy everybody's integrity and credibility, because he feels to say that is the best way he can be relevant. In this West study, anytime he speaks, he does not mention names. He has a lot of allegations and speculations, insinuations. He always feels like, where must he say, not group where to say. The reason why he's doing that is because he wants to incite the little foolish MPP to think, say he's working. But so study, since John Mahama about power, NDC for starting show munyamano. The NPP as an opposition has not actually contributed anything meaningful. Nothing. They have not shown anything through their leadership. Say they can be a minority that is intelligent enough. Yet this Kasongo led a group of foolish men and women, a vetting committee to destroy a public property. I'll come to the matter, but I want to build something. So we share video here. That is why I have a problem with the committee. The committee, they need to dig deep. So what study vetting now? Every time Afenyo-Markin was not present, those NPP MPs, they behaved. And I say, we are follow vetting. No. Anytime I say the party is being destroyed by this Kasongo, Afenyo-Markin. Every time we are omobeye vetting na Afenyo-Markin, the NPP group na they behave themselves. Even the day now in Tokwani they were reluctant. They did not want to react. They were all arguing, talking, fine. But it was when Afenyo-Markin hit the table, that is what ignited the pigs behind him. Are not done prayer. And it's a wager, Jerry, Jimmy, for them to start tearing the tables apart. Maybe I won't take you your time. Anytime Mama say, a Speaker of Parliament did not call Kasongo to tell Afenyo-Markin that he needs to leave Parliament. Because time as our confusion is starting, When you take your time very well, the people, the pigs that are not done prayer, and it's a wager fool, they wanted to react. They didn't know how to do it because they were scared. They needed a leader, somebody who was higher than them in position to start. So until Afenyo-Markin didn't support table, that is when the chaos started. Or didn't support table, and those pigs started doing what they did. Because before that, tempers were high, people were arguing, heckling each other and all that, but nobody had tried to destroy public property. None of them had tried because they knew, say, that was extreme and that is not honorable. But Afenyo-Markin knew that, say, almost signal now, that is what his pigs would do. In the video, so when you watch video now, it was Afenyo-Markin who started it on in the boat table so first, and the other ones. Into say committee needs to the investigations. Afenyo-Markin should be held. He needs to be held because on no static chaos. Nothing happening. No. It will not happen. We are not going here. We are not going It will never happen. It will never happen. We are not leaving. Who are you? Oh, come on! So you see, in a noise, who said committee chairman did not react, not to all. He did not say anything. Some of one wanted to do something, but they were scared. It was Afenyo-Markin who started it and started inciting them. Because you see, as much as they were waiting on the signal Afenyo-Markin bemomo and sana itikasongo and na ojina on incite yomo. So I was shocked to say Speaker Carr said Afenyo-Markin is not part of it. Look at the other chairman sitting there. Kasongo was misbehaving, fooling himself, hitting the table. When Emma Nima Komone Kwasiafo counter statutory table no. And Madam Patricia Appiaje, she was the one supporting Afenyo-Markin to do that nonsense. That woman, what's not parliament and they were the ones telling Afenyo-Markin say on your son on destructive process no. Some Madam Appiaje no or one devilish woman or non parliamentar yan kanasem identity already what parliament check. So some kwasem na uhu ye no eye Kasongo Afenyo-Markin on a status adian in parliament into me pese we catch me busa we are Ghana ni na so wan to Obama MPP now obu ofuntia what will make you vote for MPP in 2028 so we are Ghana ni and now MPP ni and now tutia MPP what is going to make you vote for MPP in 2028 anytime I catch will say Afenyo-Markin is sinking the party. Now MPP no more jiminti. They think say obi a wenya rebisi biano is intelligent. Okay? After vetting Ablakwa during the vetting catch Afenyo-Markin say wo in Kofona we omo MP no. What Jomon sa say for 99 years. Na sansa se na waje no. Omo wo krom ho no ehin no mo so nkopa asase. Because we are waiting 46 years. See I am at na so wedi 21 years and unya asase a ye de amount for 99 years. E krom ade hye no e de na omo so omo nkoye. Kasongo after that no even at the vetting Kasongo Afenyo could not give a direct answer say asase no obua yamfa ma me 99 years. He moved away from the years waje asase no free eye efutufo nsem 99 years. Now he started his radio tour to try and clean the Kasongoin or Kasongoism in him into Okwaha. No Akwaha. Now there's something I want you people to watch. And we are going to ask some critical questions. I have a document to show you tonight. And Nitina Obi say Afenyo-Markin Kennedy Japan mono ubuso mo say adena monje eyedian monje positions. They have a reason why monje positions. Now listen to Afenyo-Markin very well on Joy News. Miwia you bebusa a simple question because Sanyoma obeka we nyina na yewia de busa ne say o declare ne assets no. Sanyoma we or kan ni nyina no ade in his assets. Listen to Afenyo-Markin.
Ablakwa is one person I respect so much. We share the same esprit de corps. Is somebody we entered parliament together. He knows what is between the two of us. Some of his designer suit, I will ask him, Ablakwa, show me the design, I'll go and buy. He wears nice shoes. He dresses well, a gentleman, dressing, whatever. We relate well. Before his vetting, I asked Ablakwa whether we didn't sit as brothers. I said, Sammy, there were things that you went overboard. I think if you make concessions, we'll be fine. Is that okay? Meanwhile, I was aware that this is Aura, guys, have been flying drones in Winneba on my property. I kept quiet. I managed it. They've been flying. They go to my beachfront property. They mounted a drone. They flew it from the community center just by the Nshona. Okay? And my boys saw it. I told them, ignore. When government changes, people do all manner of things. They went to my White House, the one at the veterinary area, flew, checking
Winneba as well.
Winneba. In Abelempe, you'll be there and you'll be seeing drones. In the morning, the policemen have been seeing it. They told me, I said, ignore. Sometimes early in the morning, we see that behind the rail line. But I know that it is spying my house. What is the business of drones in the minority leaders' house? Meanwhile, I've lived in my Belenpe residence since for over 20 years. My firstborn is 21. I lived there before having given birth to Ian. Is that okay? My residence in Winneba, I've had my properties all these years. I'm a businessman. I am a well-established person. All these properties.
Are you able to respond to people who have also started questioning that, at least by the calculations they are making, you must have been 21 before acquiring that particular property? What were you doing amongst others?
Don't worry. Let's get there.
Maybe briefly on that.
No, not briefly. It's an important thing. Don't say briefly. When we finished school, 1997, we had to stay home for 2 years. So I came to hustle in Accra. Through the hustling and schooling, I found my way at Ghana Post. So I was working as a post boy. Rose through the ranks to principal post officer. I was given a scholarship to go and study at Kivas. When I went to Kivas, 99, got in 2001, before I'd come into office. In July, when we vacated, I didn't go back to school because there was a career counseling and they introduced us into entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So I abandoned school. My colleagues know. I left Kivas at level 300. Okay? I didn't go back to school. I abandoned school to come and chase money. I bought my first Mercedes, my BMW. I still have those old cars packed.
Okay.
I was fine. No, MFI, you must hear this. You brought it. Even if it is the last minute. No, you are not done.
But we've heard you.
No, you want to know. Please get the facts. And I started running my business. I married. I had my wedding at age 23. My wife was 22. Is that okay? I started running Excel Courier, a multi-million-dollar investment. StanChart gave me $5 million facility. Barclays Bank gave me $10 million facility.
Now you're sounding like you may be bragging.
I'm not, because you need to know the fact.
I need to know. I've heard you.
At a young
but how do you respond to criticism?
Do you want us to have a conversation?
At least I don't want to go through
you
all
said that some people said, how did I acquire? I wasn't in public service. Wait, you said some people are saying I was too young. Of course,
they've
and I'm saying that,
questions.
Sure, I will answer.
But you've answered.
Though I was not in public service, I started business early. I've worked for Guinness. My trucks were doing work for Diamond Cement from Tablibo to Togo to Aflawo to Bupe. My tankers haul from Ivory Coast all the way to Jos Plateau.
We can't go through all the things
my business in Awaso
how do you then
quite a number of people.
At least let's go back to the
I am not one of those people who would come in and I'm not a tenant. I am a landlord. I'm not somebody who will buy property and put it in somebody's name. I won't do it.
Okay.
I will never do it. It is my bona fide.
Yes.
And I am proud of my work as a businessman. It's the reason why I didn't go into government. The reason why I told my regional minister when we won power 2017 that said, because of my business, I won't go. It's the reason why even in 2021, Kennedy Japan fought me. That we are saying Kwaji Interior Minister, I will say won't pay. We are saying Kwaji Health Minister, I will say won't pay. Me say because I'm running my private business.
Okay.
The question was simple. The land you got for 99 years, from the maths on paper, you were 21 years. Did you get that land when you were 21 years? It's that so. Kasongo. it came out that you got a futu for asase 99 years lease. Waje. Asase over 200 acres. From the math on paper, it means you were 21 years when you got asase now for 99 years lease. It's a simple question. Did you get it for 99 years? And then the abedru hayo. Number 99 no. That 99 years no and Afenyo-Markin ebe kind of biography actually ya what ye be in to. Kasongo is a liar. The question was simple. And you they explain. Kasongo go down from here. Kasongo go open villa. Kasongo go Budichi. Kasongo go Ponkwechi. Kasongo a futu for windy before sase over 200 acres. Yeah, the amount 99 years. Yeah, calculating maths now. That means yeah, this house has already 21 years. How did you? It's simple. Oh, when I was buying the land, this was how much I put in. That's all. Jantina Okoboya, who at the age of 17, who cares? 23. So this is a liar. This is a bloody, dirty, filthy, charismatic, chronic liar. In his lies, he believes it. And you know one thing he does? Anytime he's found or he's caught in a web, he does not even allow you to talk. Well, let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. Like they are shitting. You are having a conversation. Oh, let's have a conversation, Emefa. We are having a conversation. The lady was straightforward. The 99 years lease near the mountain. Nobody saying, how did you afford? It's simple. A futu for young people, and obia owo futu bia bewu. Asa kwaba bewu. Na sa asasina wa jefri omunsebuno. Enyo omudia. That is the question. Let's have a conversation. That thing he does is for him to think. And you see, the more you explain yourself, the more you put yourself in a ditch. You know why? Let me ask you. Let me tell you something. The question is to Afenyo-Markin and say, I didn't say whatever he said. He spoke about his beachfront property at Winneba, White House at Ablempe, his White House at Winneba, Ablempe House, his BMWs, his trucks going to Togo and Nigeria, his businesses. The question is, has Afenyo-Markin declared all these assets as a government official? Has Afenyo-Markin? Yeah, the emphasis say the Jimmy. When I say a public servant, because when you read the constitution, that's what it says. I don't want, you see, Afenyo Jimmy to the point to say they're all penal, because you see, when you're a liar and you are daft, you expose your dick, and that is what Kasongo is doing. Kasongo 99. Now, when you read our constitution, this is what it says. Chapter 24, Code of Conduct for Public Officers. Afenyo-Markin has been a public officer for over 16 years, right? Yes. Or 12 years, let's say. Now, let's read this document. 286, it says Declaration of Assets and Liabilities. 286.1. A person who holds a public office mentioned in clause 5 of this article shall submit to the Auditor General a written declaration of all property or assets owned by or liabilities owed by him, whether directly or indirectly. B. Within 3 months after coming into force of this constitution or before taking office, as the case may be. B. At the end of every 4 years. And C. At the end of his term of office. So Afenyo-Markin came on TV. Now we know he's a billionaire. He's buying Lamborghinis. He has trucks going here. Now, when we go back, let's take a step back. Has Afenyo-Markin, who is calling for equity, who is trying to say people are not declaring, somebody has Afenyo-Markin as a public servant or somebody who occupies a public office, has Afenyo-Markin declared all the things he was stating in this video? See a police documents ni PR. Can Afenyo-Markin tell us, say, he has declared every single thing he's talking about? And you see, the reason why I say Kasongo 99 or your Kromfon and say, oh, say, there's a reason why me, I don't take positions. I'm a businessman. The same thing I can do in Japan here. what they do is they put their people in positions to milk the state. Always see maybe now transport ministry, no, under MPP, no, it was Kennedy Japan's boy. Into Oba a yetema port one year, and every transporter they took over it. That is what Afenyo does. It took a cocoa border. Was a lobby, not the Nipa Kwesiwo. Then they start to steal the cocoa beans. Obakwa no a lobby. So what they do is say they don't want to get into ministerial appointment, but what they do is they put their people there, and then indirectly the people give the contracts to them. Into Busomwa, media menji ministerial appointment to minimubi. That is what they have been doing. Into Kasongo, in his rush to tell people so about Brano, we are asking him a simple question. All the things that he was stating on TV or saying to us, has he declared to the Auditor General? And if I go in and I pull Afenyo-Markin from 2016, your declaration forms, am I going to see all these things there? Because you are telling me that you have been a businessman all these years and these are your properties. When you're dealing with a foolish man who backs a lot, you don't talk that much. You wait. You take your time. You let them commit themselves. On a lawyer, I am not a lawyer. So Afenyo-Markin, we are asking you a simple question. All the things you are stating, you have this, you have trucks, you have this. Have you declared them? Can we see it? Because I can pull those documents. And I can show Ghanaians from whenever you entered parliament, I can show Ghanaians all your asset declaration forms, and I will let Ghanaians know what you have declared. Meaning, you have to be in jail. And I'm about them. You see, sometimes, V8 Kasongo, he's not smart. He's not intelligent. Because we have this on record. And you have stated all these things. That's what dear, you are a businessman and you have all these things to your name. So if you have all these things to your name that you are proud of and telling the world that you own, have you declared them? Because you're a public servant. This is what the Constitution says. I am not making it up. We want to know, if we decide to pull all your declaration forms out, will we see all the things that you are talking about? And you, Afenyo-Markin, you owe banks or the cat. Afenyo-Markin or the mo huna enyeska oniskebia or your kromfoa. He steals from banks. Afenyo-Markin per se huno. He's boasting and telling Ghanaians that he has money. See this. This is Afenyo-Markin. You see this document? This is a document from a Access Bank. I mean, show idea. Look at this document. This is from Access Bank. Kasongo is owing Access Bank. Now, Osha a sa company na obo ni din say Excel Korea. And also he owns the Square Logistics Ghana Limited. Now, loan defaulters. The following loan defaulters of Access Bank Ghana Limited or 0244939944 to settle their indebtedness or debtedness. So this is Access Bank. Documents are the Access Bank a car. This guy is working in Ghana, making it look like say ono nam Ghana no ono ondi bonnet. He's owing Access Bank, and they have tried everything to get their money. He has not paid. Now you see the first company, the Square Logistics Ghana Limited, Alexander Afenyo-Markin, on it Kwame Asante, they are owing 18.4 million. $18.4 million. When Afenyo was speaking, he spoke about Excel Korea. Oh, I have a company called Excel Korea. They are owing Access Bank. Excel Korea, Alexander Afenyo-Markin, on it Jason Nyame, they owe a year Access Bank 3.9 million. You see, and they are all using government to take these monies without paying. Matisse MP before are sharing things on social media. Oh, now Afenyo-Markin, at least he does not owe. This is how much Afenyo-Markin owes. Go to Access Bank. Me say Square Logistics Ghana Limited. Customer name of directors Afenyo-Markin, Alexander Afenyo-Markin, and Kwame Asante. They owe Access Bank 18.462 million Ghana cedis. And then when it comes to Excel Korea, company now born ding ewo eye show ni so they owe Access Bank 3.9 million. Okani do goma, you are crossing almost 22 million. This guy is sitting in parliament talking shit. Untia. And these are people who don't pay taxes. And anytime people say Afenyo-Markin, it is simple. We want to know the things you were stating and the noise you were making. Have you declared all those assets? Because the bank needs to seize all your assets. You need to go home dry and probably serve jail term. Because you see, you have gone against the laws of this land. You have not declared your asset, and if you have declared your asset from your own mouth, the kind of things you stated in that video, you should be able to tell us that they are all in your asset declaration form. Amount for savings near Tamamano, our Access Bank, 18 million, 3.9 million, almost 23 million and over. People's money. You were married at 23, your wife was 22, you were 20. The issue here is, you see what you are doing? You are the people who are collapsing banks.
PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.